The courtroom was tense as the guilty verdict was read. The trial for Mark Redwine began on October 28, 2021. Prosecutors argued that Mark had killed Dylan in a fit of rage, likely after an argument about the disturbing photos. The evidence was damning. Cadaver dogs had picked up the scent of human decomposition in Mark's living room near his couch. Blood traces, small but undeniable, were found in the same area. The bones told their own story. Dylan's skull had 2 distinct fractures, and some of his remains were found in a location so remote that it raised chilling questions. Had Mark deliberately scattered them to conceal his crime? Mark's defense team, however, attempted to spin another story. They suggested Dylan had been attacked by a wild animal or had suffered an accidental fall. But forensic experts dismantled those claims, pointing to the nature of his injuries and the presence of blood inside the home. The jury didn't buy Mark's excuses. In July 2021, nearly 9 years after Dylan's murder, Mark Redwine was convicted. The courtroom was tense as the guilty verdict was read.
The judge today gave a Colorado father the maximum sentence for killing his son. Mark Redwine was convicted in July for killing his 13-year-old son Dylan back in 2012.
I'm going to sentence you to 48 years on both counts with 5 years of parole.
Mark Redwine with no visible reaction after learning his fate for killing his 13-year-old son Dylan in 2012. In July, he was convicted of second-degree murder and child abuse. Dylan's older brother, Corey Redwine, says he's satisfied with the sentence.
At the end of the day, and how I feel right now, I couldn't be more pleased with the result. His next 48 are his challenge to overcome, and it is my job now, moving forward, to remember Dylan.
When I think about what happened that night, it breaks my heart to think about Dylan looking up at his dad knowing he's the killer. He is my killer.
Honestly, the last 9 years, just listening to all his lies and his silence. At this point, it was more about, the peace I needed for myself and my family than any anger or resentment I have towards him.
Even with Mark behind bars, Dylan's absence is a wound that will never heal. His mother, Elaine, has fighting for missing children and advocating for justice in cases like his, and worked with advocacy groups to push for legislative changes to better protect children from dangerous situations involving custodial parents. His brother, Corey, has vowed to make sure Dylan's story is never forgotten.